Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So please enjoy. Right, today we've got a big film review today. Yeah, this is really a big film. Yeah, it's sort of the saviour of the cinema it was classed as, but I think we've passed that by now. Yes, a little Jimmy Bond film, No Time to Die, a 12A certificate. 163 minutes, a bit more on that later, you know me and lengths of films, but there you go. If you've watched any of these vlogs, if you haven't, you'll soon find out. Yes, it's the 25th, I believe, so I think that was to Wikipedia, my apologies if it's not. 25th in the James Bond series. Of course, Daniel Craig in his final outing as Mr. James Bond, directed by Kariyoji Fukunaga. Fukunaga, is that how you pronounce that? My apologies. Yeah, we've got Leah Seydoux, Ben Whishaw, Naomi Harris, Jeffrey Wright, Christoph Waltz, Rory Kinnear and Ralph Fiennes all reprise their roles from previous films in this. It's always nice to see the guys coming back, isn't it? You know, when you get new faces, but I quite like it when they come back and do it. And this, of course, has Rami Malek in it, Lashana Lynch, Billy Magnuson, Anna de Amis, David Denkich, and Dali Bansala also starring alongside our hero Daniel Craig. Yeah, in this film, Bond obviously has left. He's had a few problems, hasn't he, in these last few series of Jimmy Bond. Has left active service with MI6 and is recruited by the CIA. You know how quick they're like rats up a drain. Was it ferrets up a pair of pants or rats up a drain pipe? I'm not too sure. The CIA have recruited him now to rescue a kidnapped scientist. So a nice little basic story, this one. I quite like that element of it, which we'll go into a bit more detail later. But this leads, of course, to a showdown with a very well-known, powerful adversary. I always like the bad guys in these sort of things. Or the guys holding the pussycats and stuff like that. It had its world premiere at the Royal Albert Hall at the end of September and released in the UK cinemas on the 30th of September. So we got one up on the old US with this one, of course, released in the United States on the 8th of October 2021. All these scores and reviews are as at 2 p.m. the 4th of October 2021. So please allow for that whenever you're watching this. You could be watching it 10 years in the future, and I might not be here, who knows, but wherever it is, anyway, I won't say happy Christmas then, but it's not Christmas, but I'd like to say, because this is going out on my granddaughter Hannah's birthday, so happy birthday, Hannah, as well, because this has been put out there on her birth date here in 2021. So there you go. Obviously the 5th of October, is it? Yeah, I forgot forgetting the birthday. Yeah, 5th of October 2021. So there you go. That's for your information. Right, the Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, 82% of the critics liked it. That's 163 critics with an average rating 7.4 out of 10. 134 fresh and just 29 rotten. So that's not bad. One of the fresh was Philip de Semlin from Time Out magazine. He said, by whatever metrics you measure a Bond movie, tight plotting, gnarly villains, emotional sincerity, Craig's final outing is a rip-roaring success. But not everyone agreed. There was a few dissenters, wasn't there? One of the rottens was A.A. Dow from AV Club. He said, No Time to Die is forgettable and all the places it usually counts. It's a Bond movie with little excitement or panache. Okay, I know where it's coming from. That it depends what sort of Bond movie you like, doesn't it? I mean, but to say we will carry on and look at that. But I can understand A.A. Dow's comments there. The consensus, generally reads, it isn't the sleekest or most daring or sudden adventure. No, I'd have to agree with that. But No Time to Die concludes Daniel Craig franchise tenure in satisfying style. Yep, I don't disagree with that either. Metacritic, the other critic site we look at, it's getting an average of 7 out of 10. So, all right, not fantastic, but that's okay. That's just 39 critics as I'm doing this. And it scores anywhere. The lowest is 50 out of 100 or 5 out of 10. And 100 out of 100, and you know me, hundreds out of hundreds, I don't believe a word of it, but there you go. So I've gone for a sort of a good review. Empire, John Nugent's. We have a lot of respect for Empire, as you can see in the background. Empire's John Nugent. Give it 80. Yeah, high score, 8 out of 10 equivalent. This is John Bond. This is Bond film. If you know anything about City, you know where that came from. This is a Bond film that dutifully ticks all the boxes, but brilliantly. Often doesn't feel like a Bond film at all. For a 007 who strive to bring humanity to a larger-than-life hero, it's a fitting end to the Craig era. Yeah, I don't disagree again. Internet Movie Database, yes, 7.7 out of 10. Very, very good. 27,093 scores and reviews have been left. And of that, a massive 92%, a massive 24,865 scored it between 6 and 9. I've ignored the 10s and the 1s on this because there's quite a lot, so they sort of skew the stats. But I think that's a more realistic and proper stat. So I'd say there are more reviews than I've just quoted, but I've ignored the 1 out of 10s and I've ignored the 10 out of 10s, and there's a lot more 10 out of 10s, believe me. Right, on to my little thoughts. I'm not the biggest James Bond fan. I think they're okay. I like some of the early ones, but I think they got all bogged down with too much action and not too much story. But this one, there are good bits in most of the other ones before this. As I said, I like a good story. And for me, this goes back to basics, not particularly basics with James Bond, but basically basics as far as an action, conspiracy, mystery, action thriller is concerned. It's not overly complicated, which I like. I don't like people's faces being pulled off and changed. I mean, that's not James Bond, but you know what I mean. I don't like these action thrillers where things are constantly being thrown at you and you don't know who the good guys and the bad guys are. And this you more or less know. You have some doubts over one or two, but you know who the good guys and the bad guys. And I like that. I like that standard baddie versus goodie sort of thing. And this delivers this in spades. This is excellent. Of course, the goodies, led by Mr. Bond himself, are pretty good fun. There's an odd humour, some okay humour in it, not as much humour as perhaps a normal James Bond would throw at you, but yeah, there's some great goodies in this, and not so many baddies, but there's 1 or 2 baddies. And of course, it does help a couple of Mr. Bond's colleagues, as you would expect, are also pleasing on the eye if you're a red-blooded male like me as well. If you know me and run times, let's get back to this 2 hours, 40 odd minutes. I don't like long films, certainly when they're just long for the sake of it. But I tell you what, this just flew by. I had no idea. I didn't even know the runtime till I'd watched the film, and I was gobsmacked because I just thought it flew by. Unbelievable how quickly the time did go watching this. Even though, as I said, it's not all non-stop action. That, as you know, there's a lot of verbal in it, which I like. A lot of storytelling, a lot of drama, family drama, if you like, love and hate, etc., etc. And the time just flew by for me. So the first time in a very long time, I think the run time is absolutely spot on, to be honest with you. I don't often say that very much if you've watched any of my vlogs. It doesn't rely on too many gimmicks. There's a couple of big showpiece things. Of course there is. A basic story of a damsel and a child in distress at the heart of all this. A mixed up bloke who doesn't quite know his place in the world and what he's going to do. And as I said, more of a family drama as well, probably more than a lot of its predecessors. Although it has been edging that way, I think, over the last 2 or 3 films in the Bond series. I not only liked it, I really liked it, and I can't remember a Bond movie I enjoyed perhaps more since some of the perhaps Connery and Moore stuff, I think, back in the day. But obviously, for me, sticking to a simple storyline totally engaged me throughout this. So if that's your bag and you don't want big fancy explosions and lack of story, then I think you'll be happy with this. I thought it was great, and I'm going to give it a great score. I'm not going to give it 10 out of 10. You know me, I won't give it 9 out of 10 either. But I will go 8 out of 10, which, if you know me, is probably up there with the highest marks I ever give anything. There's not much gets more than a 7.5 out of 10, but I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for this. It'd be interesting to see how the franchise continues now, certainly with this after this film. But Daniel Craig, thank you, mate, that you made that last episode in this recent Bond thing excellent. It was well worth the wait because it has been a while, hasn't it? Let's be honest about it. I was a bit frightened all the hype wasn't going to live up to much. And as I say, it won't be everyone's cup of tea. It won't be, it won't always fly with some Bond fans, because as I said, it's a little bit different to me, a little bit more back to the basic stuff, which is what I like in a story. I like to get involved and stick up for the people, get involved and invest in them. That's what I like to do, and that I could do it with this. It was absolutely excellent. Anyway, 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think, anyway, if you get to watch this. But I highly recommend it. I hope you're not disappointed when if you do go and see it. Anyway, thanks for watching. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Film and TV channel. Or perhaps have a flick across, please. Check out, if you're into football, I do Citizen vlogs on my football team, Manchester City. I do one vlog a day for this channel. I do one vlog a day at least for the other channel, and the same with this. So, please have a look at that if you get a chance. So if you know someone who has any interest, please push them over into that as well. So let them know about me if I can. I try and inform and entertain, whether it's film, TV or football. Anyway, please, until we meet again, all I ever ask is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.